Hello and welcome to this chat view with Eva Snijders and the English sisters.
Hello, Eva. We're so excited. We're so excited because you've got this gorgeous new book out, haven't you? El Consejo.
Yeah, we know it's... Yeah.
Here it is.
Wow, what a lovely cover.
Yeah, it's got the suitcase on it.
Gosh, that is a hypnotic cover, isn't it?
Tell us about that.
The cover has a story too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about the story to the cover.
Well, I'll tell you the story of the book, then it'll make more sense.
Okay.
The book was supposed to be a handbook on storytelling. We started doing that. We wrote it between three people. This is me and my partner, Monte Carlo, and Uncle Maria, who's a friend of ours. And we started doing this handbook, and we would have Skype meetings every week. I would say, how are you getting on with your chapter, and blah, blah, blah. And we were so bored.
Yeah.
We were halfway through, and we were like, this isn't going anywhere. We don't even believe this. You can't do a handbook on storytelling. You know, this is like learning how to dance through a book. Can you imagine? Like little steps on the floor and then trying out. It won't work. So we turned it into a novel. It's actually the story of a journey.
Wow.
This is about, some people ask me whether it's about filling or emptying a suitcase. I think it's quite obvious that it's about emptying your suitcase and getting rid of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the idea.
Wow.
So it's a journey where you go on with the characters. So the reader goes on the journey. And at the same time that the characters empty the suitcase, maybe the reader can do as well.
We
Is that
hope
the idea?
Yeah, it's a healing story then.
Yes.
It's a healing story.
Definitely.
Because
Definitely.
you are obviously a life coach.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. To the core. Yeah, that's amazing. Life coach.
You live in Barcelona,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah, I live in Barcelona. I've lived here for almost 20 years now.
How glamorous. And where are you originally from?
Excuse me?
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Holland, from Maastricht.
Yeah, you've got a lot of cosmopolitan feelings going on. haven't you?
Definitely, a lot of cosmopolitan feelings. I find it very interesting, this storytelling. So you actually wrote this book between the three of you? Or each
Yes,
one?
I did. Yes, I did.
That's interesting.
It's interesting and it's very hard. I'm not sure I'd do it again because...
Yeah, how did you go about that? Did you write one chapter and then... Because we write books together. We wrote Entrancing Tales. All our books are together. So we do one chapter each, basically.
Well, each one has its own little tale.
Yes, it does.
But this is like a whole novel, isn't it? It's a whole book.
Yes.
So,
yes.
yeah, how did you do
So
that?
it took us a lot of time to discuss the outline, the structure. And once we had that, we divided the book in parts. So we would all do so many chapters. And then it took like 3 rounds of editing and rewriting. Because as you know, it's not so much about writing as it is about rewriting and then editing and getting rid of things that won't work and changing them. That's important.
Yeah, it all has to flow, doesn't it, at the end of it?
Yeah.
It's important to edit. Well, it is, but it's not, you have to be careful with editing, we always say. Because sometimes you can edit the good, you know about that, but sometimes, you have really original ideas that come through and then you say, oh, no, that was a bit silly, when maybe, your unconscious mind was trying to convey something.
Oh, that's true. That's true. When you read about how to write, there's a very interesting thing that comes up in almost all handbooks on writing and all courses on writing, is that we have one thing is the writing process where your unconscious sort of gives the content, and then there's the editor, the inner critic, and you have to keep them separate because if not, it won't flow.
Yeah, well, it just stops you, doesn't it? If the inner critic comes out, that's it. Then you think, what the hell am I doing? This is rubbish.
Yeah, you have to let the inner critic go off and have a cup of tea.
Just come in at the end and just check it out.
Yeah, just one little visit, I would
That's
say.
what we always say.
Yeah, we always say one visit from the critic, knock, comes in, has a look, and then off you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, right at the end of it. Otherwise, he can tend to be a little bit too critical, can't he?
Oh yes, it can ruin the.
It can
The
ruin
original ideas, the original creativity,
Yes.
which is so important, especially when you're storytelling.
Yeah, storytelling. I mean, storytelling is an amazing art, isn't it?
It is.
It
It's
is.
magic.
It is magic.
It's magic in the making, isn't it?
It is. It's magical how a story can just come from a grain of sand and develop into a beautiful book like yours.
And is this book available in Spanish and other languages, or for the moment just in Spanish?
It's just available in Spanish. I would love to have an English version at some point, but for now it's available in Spanish.
Definitely, that would be a good idea to get it translated, because there's lots of readers out there, English speakers, even into other languages. It would be great if you could have it translated into all languages.
I think so.
Make it a big bestseller, because we need books like yours.
We need books like yours. We need films like yours. We need, we really are there. We want, why make a film when you can make a healing film? Or why, these like your story from your book could be transformed then into a beautiful film. How many lives would that affect? Can you imagine somebody watching it? Can you see it as a film?
Well, it would be an expensive film, but yes. I can imagine the budget, yes.
Can you?
It's a Hollywood film. They have a lot of money to spend on films. They could make a beautiful healing film. I mean, Hollywood's ready for this kind of thing.
I think so. I think this is a message to be sent out.
The world is ready for these healing stories, I think.
Well, I think we are ready to embrace art, because we've forgotten how important art is as a whole. You follow me on Twitter, and I say this sometimes, that we confuse art and entertainment. Like, entertainment is fun. I like to have a good laugh and, play a game, but there's a lot more to film and novels and game than just entertainment. It's about learning, it's about understanding the world in a different way, it's about growth. It's about getting to know people. It's so many things. Our whole evolution wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for art.
That's true. I mean, nothing can be better than if you're entertained and educated at the same time.
Yes.
So that's a winning combination, isn't it? If you can get entertainment and you can learn from that entertaining process, sort of unconsciously learn as well. So you can look at a beautiful oil painting and know nothing about art, but yet learn something from that painting, can't you?
But you don't have to understand it rationally.
No.
It's enough. If you're moved by it, that's enough. It shifts things in the brain. It shifts things in your consciousness. You don't need to know whether the painter was romantic or from the Renaissance.
That's it.
That doesn't really matter.
That's a good point.
If you want to go on afterwards, if that's giving you enough curiosity to go on and do research, but if you don't, just take what you can from it.
Allow it
to influence.
To touch you, to emozionarti, they say here in Italian. Emozionare, which comes from emozioni, emotion. So allow it to emozionarti, allow the art to go inside, just as a natural process. Because that's what it said, that's for the taking, isn't it? It is beautiful.
Absolutely.
Beautiful talking to you. We'll let you get on with your busy day, because we know how busy you are.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I hope to be able to talk to you again soon.
Yeah, looking forward to hearing from any feedback that you get from this wonderful book.
Yeah.
I'll keep you posted. I'm the same to you. I'd like to know what people think of yours.
Thank you.
I'm going to read it this weekend, and I'll let you know on Monday.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, bye-bye, Eva. It was wonderful talking to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.